Hi there. Here in the US, I'm filming this just a few days after the Thanksgiving holiday. Thanksgiving is a day when we set aside and gather with family and friends to be appreciative of all the good things that are in our lives. And it's a powerful reminder of how much gratitude helps us. And one of the things I've learned over the past few years is how much gratitude feels like love. When I choose to feel deeply grateful, it feels the same way that I feel when I know that I am deeply and powerfully loved. Gratitude is amazing. One of the things I'm deeply grateful for is this journey that I've been on and the way that my life has been shaped through this really simple process of establishing a new powerful habit. But it hasn't been always easy. It hasn't always been easy. My syntax sometimes goes a little wonky, doesn't it? It hasn't always been easy. And I want to talk about that a little bit, because I've also found the key to that. Not that it makes it easy. It just makes it doable. What am I talking about? So for me and my journey, and a lot of people that I've talked to and some of the clients that I've worked with, what has happened is that we find a program and we really like it and we do really well for a while, and then something happens and it gets in the way and we don't do it and we don't do it and we don't do it and we don't do it, and it turns out the don't do it ends up being longer than when we did it. We might have some success, but our failure to keep doing it takes that success away. And so what happens is that we start beating ourselves up. We start thinking we can't and we won't, and somehow we're not good enough, and somehow this is all hopeless and we are helpless. And that's where we get it wrong. Right there. That's it. Because when we have a day where we don't do what we were planning to do, when we don't honor our own integrity, our own commitment to ourselves, we need to immediately forgive ourselves for being human. We have barriers to starting a new habit. Our amygdala is charged with keeping us safe, and our amygdala, the part of that's at the base of our brain, is charged with homeostasis, which is keeping us the same. And any change is viewed as danger. So our amygdala is always helping us forget. What works in habit formation and deciding a powerful new habit is that when we do mess up, when something gets in the way, life has a tendency to get very lifey. And something gets in the way and we don't do it for a day, we start right back up. And if we don't do it for 3 days, and that's what it takes for us to recognize that we haven't been doing it, we start right back up. And we forgive ourselves immediately, because we can't go back and change it. We can't waste the energy or the time or the brain cells to beat ourselves up. We ain't got time for that. We need to love ourselves enough to keep doing what we need to do each day to increase our well-being. And through the process that I teach, I have had remarkable changes. None of them have been easy. None of them have been overnight. When I dropped 85 pounds, it took me about 3 years to drop that. And I have managed to keep almost all of them off for a year and a half. But I am about 4 pounds heavier today than I was at my goal weight. So it's a constant thing. I have to constantly pay attention and love myself enough to maintain the habits that got me where I want to be. To say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But it's also finding something that works and stop doing it. That's insane. So I don't want to stop the habits that got me where I am physically. But through habits, I have finished my second master's and finished my doctorate. Through my habits, I have built this business, clarified my message to help you. It's through habits. And that's what I help people with. I help you break down those barriers to establishing and maintaining a powerful habit that will shape your life. The coolest thing about being human is that when we help one area of our lives, we help everything. If we focus more on our spirituality, it helps our physical well-being, it helps our relational well-being, and it helps our mental health. And the same, if we focus on keeping our mental health strong, it will help us physically, it'll help us spiritually, and it'll help us relationally. All of these things work together. We are whole beings. So, if this is something that resonates with you, if you need support in establishing a healthy habit, just one, contact me. Let's talk at a Breakthrough Your Barriers session. Just that session, which for right now is free. Just that session has helped people. And if you want to hear more about how I can help you, we can talk about that. But it's all no obligation, no commitment. It's only an opportunity to love yourself, to have the life you love.